Alright, so we're going to do air signs next. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I'm starting with Gemini. Let's see what the obstacle is. Alright, so Gemini. Alright, so looks like you got card 72. So it pretty much looks like 72. Alright, boom. So transcendental escapism. So if you've drawn this sigil, what is preventing you from progression? What is preventing your progression is that you are using things of a spiritual nature or your higher intellect in order to escape and avoid the temporal. You have lost sight of the bigger picture, which includes both physical and non-physical. You are spirit, but you are also a body. You cannot die, but you will also most certainly die. To reject the physical and things related to the physical, you reject, deny, and disown part of yourself. In this situation, you are using the spiritual to negate the physical, and you are suffering and will suffer because of it. So yeah, what I'm seeing is basically you're acting a little bit too much. We're resisting the physical and temporal. So you could just be being a little bit too spiritual right now, like, you know, to the point that you may not be rational. But let's see what is currently trying to eclipse out of your life, Gemini, at this time. All right. Six of Swords. Moving on from a particular situation, maybe helping others too much, being a servant to others in some way. At the same time, maybe a friend or something that you could have been living with, or somebody who was just a little bit needy. But it looks like you're moving on to calmer waters in some way. You got also the Four of Cups here. So your current situation is you could be a little bit moody, not in the mood right now. You're just not in the mood, really. You're kind of in your own internal space. You could be meditating a lot right now and just tuning in with yourself. You're not really looking forward to new opportunities at this time, or the opportunities that's currently being offered to you, because you already know what to expect. You already know what it's about. You already had it in the past. This person who returned, you know, during this eclipsing cycle, there's somebody you already dealt with in the past before, and you don't really feel like going through that situation again. What's coming up for you is possibly a new love opportunity with the Two of Cups here. This could also mean that, you know, you're kind of not so open right now to love, but it looks like maybe in the next week or so it's something that you're going to be more open towards. I'm also seeing that some Geminis just are in situations where they could just be more wanting to connect with others that have a similar lifestyle, like maybe another person that's also like kind of more of a homebody and not like a person who wants to go out all the time or something like that. So they could just want like some sort of privacy between them and their partner. But I'm also seeing too, if you reject this offer from the past, which you could easily take back normally in the past, and this time if you reject this type of situation, or if you like, you know, in the kindest way possible, this is really going to open a new opportunity for you concerning love matters. I'm going to get clarifiers. Like, I'm seeing too, some Geminis just need to tune in with themselves and balance the masculine and feminine energies within themselves. In the past, you've received a lot of communication. A lot of people wanted to be with you. A lot of people are interested in you. A lot of people are communicating with you, or were communicating with you in some kind of way, and you're kind of moving away from all that energy. Maybe you were kind of like playing the field or something like that, like kind of just like dating a bunch of people, and now you kind of want to narrow things down because you know who you want, and you're kind of ready to you know, accept that offer from that person or something like that. Like you're trying to receive communications from them. Maybe there was a lot of exchanging communications in the past with this person, but things got cut off, and now maybe they could be returning. But or maybe you're trying to return back into a situation, but it looks like the person is a little bit disinterested, but it's gonna pass. It's just like a little phase thing going on, and then you're gonna be able to connect with that person, is what I'm seeing. All right, so these two cards I got as clarifiers in the past. This is something you've been imagining about, dreaming about, this new love opportunity. So that's what I'm seeing for Geminis. All right, this won't apply. Remember, these readings don't apply to everybody, but that's pretty much what I'm seeing. Like there's like some sort of love. At least everybody's dealing with love. Like what the heck during this eclipse? And this is like a Sagittarius. I mean, not that Sagittarius is not about love, but it's like Sagittarius are just like, I don't know, whatever. I guess it kind of makes sense. It could be just new opportunities for love. A lot of these love matters because this energy is in Sag. It could be concerning like people of different cultural backgrounds and stuff, or racial backgrounds, like the religion could be different or something like that, or somebody knew that, like, you know, it requires a lot of like cultural understanding and stuff. So anyways, I'm on to Libra. Libra sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. What's the obstacle? All right. 71. So let's see what 71 is. Depletion. So if you have drawn this sigil, you are depleted. You can't do what is necessary because you have no energy, and no forward movement can occur until you replenish yourself in some way. So people tend to draw this sigil when they are suppressing their exhaustion to the degree that they cannot see or admit to the fact that they are depleted, or that they are depleted but telling themselves that it doesn't matter. So now this depletion thing, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that like you're tired. You could be getting plenty of rest. This depletion could simply be as it relates to your relationships with others, meaning that you tend to do a lot more than other people around you tend to do. So energetically, spiritually, there could be a depletion. See, so keep that in mind. So that could be the obstacle for some Gemini. My bad, I said Gemini here. I meant Libra. Maybe there's a reason why I accidentally said Gemini, but you know, it is what it is. Just saying, like, it was a mistake. So at this time, the next card you receive is the Magician card. So this is what's eclipsing possibly out of your life, is some sort of magic or some sort of tools that you've had that has been enough. It looks like that's changing. So you could just actually be updating your material, getting new tools, or in getting rid of old tools that are no longer serving your purpose in a way that you need to assert yourself and manifest certain things, is what I'm seeing for a lot of Geminis at this time. What your current situation is, I don't know what's going on. Current situation. All right, so 6 of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing is that you could be getting into a work situation. You're providing some sort of work or service. It looks like you're about to get paid for that as well. So maybe, you know, your paycheck, you're receiving a paycheck, or like some could be receiving like some sort of payouts that was owed to you in some way. I don't know why the air is getting all loud now all of a sudden. So anyways, Queen of Pentacles is here. So I'm seeing that what's coming up for you is some sort of stability. So after you receive this payout, you know, for whatever sort of like, you know, magic that has been, not magic, let me just say it in a mundane way. Like whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been creating, whatever tools you've been using to create whatever you're creating, this is coming to a change. You may decide to change what tools you utilize. You may have decided to switch something up. Something has changed. Or maybe you're less apt to switching things and you're deciding to kind of stick to one thing, okay, rather than switching stuff up so much. And this is going to help bring stability in your life through a constant like payout in some way. Let me get a clarifier. Whatever you've been doing to make money, it seems to be changing in some way. Like, and it looks like it's changing for the good. It looks like it's changing for the good. Some Geminis are changing where they invest their time and money, okay? And they found something a little bit more stable is what I'm seeing. And this would be concerning the Queen of Pentacles, which could be an earth sign individual, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. In the past, there was disappointment. Things had not manifested the way that you wanted to, which is why there's changes coming in, all right? So that's what I'm pretty much seeing for Gemini. So, oh no, my bad. This is flipping Libra, right? Yeah, this is goddamn Libra. Yeah, this is Libra, my bad. So anyways, that's what I'm pretty much seeing for Libras at this time. You're going through a situation where there's some sort of change being made to, you know, things concerning money, and you may just be kind of investing yourself into some sort of new establishment, something that has more structure. You could also be building structure to whatever it is that you are providing, whatever service you are providing. And you know, in the past you were disappointed, and you kind of have like another chance to kind of like start over and build something a little bit more stable. That's for Libras. All right, Aquarius is next. Aquarius, sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. This could apply to you. Okay. All right, boom. So, Aquarius, card number 11 here fell out. Kind of looks like it's connected to Neptune a little bit. So, let's see what the card means. Looks like a bug at the bottom, though. So anyways, let's see what this card means. So it says free will. So it says, this is the obstacle, all right? So Aquarius do have a lot of free will sometimes. So anyways, but like, so is Sagittarius. So let's just see what it means. If you have drawn this sigil, what you are currently not seeing is that you are out of touch with your free will. So this means in your life in general and in the situation at hand, you need to take responsibility in some way and take action as a result of that responsibility in order to feel free and empowered. So yeah, that makes sense too. Aquariuses either have too much free will or they don't have enough, because there's your Aquariuses that have more of that Saturn rule. So they kind of restrict and internalize their uniqueness. And then there's your other Aquariuses who are very out there with their uniqueness and more expressive of it. What usually happens is like when Aquariuses get older, this comes out a little bit more. So they could have been very reserved in their younger years, and then they turn a particular age and they like switch. They like dye their hair pink or something like that. And people are like, what's going on? That was an Aquarius. Like they were just acting in their Saturn vibration when they were younger. And then once they got to a certain age, and things eclipsed and all that stuff, they switched up a little bit. That can happen. So anyways, that's what I'm seeing. Like the obstacle is like, you know, you may not be tapped in enough with your free will. This could just be because of like certain jobs that you could have, like, you know, and there's certain rules and regulations that could just be kind of holding you back from being able to express yourself in that way. But there's always opportunities to express that energy elsewhere. The card's already falling out, so boom. First card here received, which is basically, you know, what's eclipsing out of your life, is the Queen of Wands in some way. You could be dealing with a fire sign individual. It could be a Leo, Sag, or an Aries individual. This could just be like some sort of changes happening with this person. Okay, you could be in a relationship with this person, meaning that you guys are going to be more freely expressing your relationship and more out in the open if it is an unconventional relationship. On the other hand, this could simply mean that a person from the past that you could be interacting with that is a fire sign individual possibly, or they have fire sign qualities, meaning that they pretty much demonstrate and assert themselves and go after the things that they want pretty much out in the open. Like it's pretty obvious. They could be more confident about it, but in general it's something you can see. It's pretty obvious, like their intentions. So what I'm seeing is that this type of individual, there's some sort of changes happening. Okay, the World card is here in your current situation. There's changes happening. Things are changing around you. The structure of things are changing. And, this is going to help you to be able to express that freedom a little bit more openly at this time. Whether it's with this person or without this person, it depends on if this is the type of person that is holding you back, or this is the type of person that, you want to express this openness with. And they could be the ones that is like helping you to maybe express this energy, or this is just something you're in tune with. Like you're more so in tune with your freedom of expression. And this has a lot to do with the way that you look, your appearance, the stuff that you're wearing, because we're dealing with the Queen of Wands, which is a fire card, which this is something you've been hiding, behind the scenes, and you're more out in the open with it now. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords also. What's coming up for you is your air sign qualities, the typical like Aquarius type of energy. You could be more logical, mental, like thinking a lot about new ideas as it relates to this new world that's coming about. Some sort of energy where things are changing, the structure around you is changing. And this structure that's changing, it's like has something to do with the way that you're judging circumstances as well. Maybe you have an opportunity to be a judge of this change, or other people are judging your situation. So you may be facing people judging you and whatnot, and it may be something that you have to deal with at this time that could be a little bit painful, but at the same time it's something that you're ready for because you are tuned so much in confidence. When you have so much confidence in something like freedom and free will, okay, people will always try to kind of bring you down a little bit. So expect that. Don't be so hurt by it. Just be like, kind of like, oh shoot, like, I must be really working it. Like I must be really expressing myself for people to feel like they have to try to like bring me down. Like, damn, like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Two of Swords. So in the past, you were a little bit indecisive with coming to a decision, a conclusion about a circumstance. This could have been concerning relationships or certain opportunities. You may not have been seeing the truth of the circumstance that you are currently in. But that circumstance, like I said, it's changing. It's changing for you to be able to be more freely expressive. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for Aquarius. I'm going to be doing water signs next.